Okay, right, that should be good now. Can everyone hear me in the chat? Yep, everyone hear me in the chat? Hey, lovely stuff. Quick recap. Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome to round number 7 of the F1 Racing League here at the fantastic Italian GP at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza. It is the Temple of Speed. It is 5.7 kilometers in track length, just 7 kilometers off 5.8, so it's closer to 5.8 than 5.7. It has been in F1 since 1950 and a race distance of 306 kilometers. Won't be going that far, of course, in a 50%er, but we will be covering half of it. And of course, with some infamous corners around this 11 corner circuit. We got Parabolica, Ascari, Lesmos. So we'll jump on board with we'll go on board with Cohen's into the pits. Kyle R coming down now into turn 1, braking at the 100-meter board. Didn't take enough of the inside curb there to really open up the second part of that chicane, but now through the Curva Grande on the run down now towards the first sector split, and he is 2 times up, braking down at the 100-meter board, taking a lot of inside curb there on entry, but not really taking the inside curb on the exit. He's got a bit of traffic up ahead in Jason as we go through the Lesmos. Important to get a good exit here because it really maximizes your straight line speed on the run down now into Ascari. Turn 8, and we got the second sector split. He is up by 3/10 as we go into Ascari now. Oh, a big snap on the exit of Ascari there as Kyle just hits the inside curb a bit naughty as we run now into Parabolica, and to the line will go Kyle R. But did he lose time on that slide? Yes, he did. He only improves by 0.03 of a second. But right now, Muriel is on pole with a 19.0. And with just under 7 minutes to go in qualifying session, it seems likely that we are going to see 1 or 2 make it into the 18s. But I don't know. Oh, it's actually a killer there. Smashing it with an 18.6 on the man in the Haas, absolutely flying out there. Now, last week I was not here, so I missed Zandvoort, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've been able to see what happened in that race. But I can go for the results. So it was Doug Obbs who won it last time out at Zandvoort. Wester in second place. Alpha Rolls getting the final spot on the podium. Ryan Webb in 4th. Oliver in 5th. Then we had Aiden in 6th. 7th for Pretty. Kyle R in 8th. 9th went to Game Freaks. And 10th and the final point paying position went to Nils, which was his first point of the season, as Aiden actually there pops up there on provisional pole with an 18.5 as well. So Aiden feeling a bit of competition there from Killer, so we'll see how this all develops. And me personally, I think pole position here is not very good. I would much rather be in the position of Muriel or Riker right now. Just having that slipstream down into turn 1, able to get alongside and make a move into turn 1. That will be absolutely crucial as Dogov's to the line now. And he'll jump up into 4th place with a 19.0. But look at that, 5th, 6th, 7th, separated by just over 200ths of a second. And that is fantastic to see. Real DMT and Core, they need to really step on it, get a competitive lap time on the board, otherwise they will be starting in 15th and 16th, and this Tainted Frog sets a lap currently on an invalid lap. Pricky, Ralco and Alex at the moment our DNFers here in qualifying, but I'm expecting to see everyone funnel into the pits and everyone psyching themselves up for one last run, and I believe Alpha Wolves will be the first person to stay out on track and get a lap on the board. So we'll go on board with Alpha Wolves, as I'm just quickly gonna mute my mic 2 seconds. Okay, so I just quickly unmuted my mic because I just saw what happened there. Alpha Wolves completely blocked by Real DMT into the first chicane, and it was caught on stream, which means that Alpha Wolves will definitely have something to complain about to the stewards, as he just completely bins it into the wall out of pure frustration, I would say. More than anything, maybe not having enough fuel to go around for extra lap. But yeah, Alpha Wolves, pure frustration creeping in as he puts it into the wall. And now we'll go on board with Kyle R, who will be the next person to set a lap time. As just quickly gonna look at the chat. Oliver saying he wasn't racing. Oh, my bad. My bad. It was who did I say? Where did I say you was? Did I mix you up with Derek Paul? 'Cause you're right next to each other on the standings. I don't know, but right now Carl R, he is a 10th down at his time, but that's a much better exit out of Ascari this time. And he was 3 tenths up before, so maybe he'll find that extra 2 tenths in this final sector as we come through Parabolica. And to the line will come Kyle R, and what is this going to be? It's going to be a 19.5, a marginal improvement there for Kyle R, as I believe we have Wester straight behind, and he's invalidated. Purple Haze to the line, not really improving, and we've got a Red Bull of Tenured Frog, I believe that is, just starting the lap. Who have we got next? Is it there's a Scuderia of Aiden that is just starting the lap. We do have a Williams to the line, also just starting a lap. Yeah, I think everyone now is starting their lap, so we'll go on board with Great Gamer, who's coming to the end of the lap now through Parabolica. He is about 4 tenths up on his time. He might be able to jump Alpha Wolves here, but no, he misses out And then we got the Haas in behind of Killer, who's just starting a lap actually, and now we're going on board with Durpol, who's going to duck out into the pit lane. Kyle R will definitely be jumping into the pits. What about Wester? Wester invalidating his lap again. Purple Haze also with an invalidation. Oh, I was just about to go on board with Jason, and Jason has actually crashed it in Parabolica. But Aiden now to the line. What's Aiden going to do? He is a 10th up, and he improves it with an 18.4, and now all eyes will be on Caller Killer, as he is currently making his way around at the second sector split as Riker peels off into the pits. I believe we've got the Williams. I think that is everyone apart from Caller Killer. Nope, he has invalidated as well. So Aiden there picks up the pole position. I said you was P6, did I, Oliver? So I've mixed you up with. Yeah, I must have mixed you up with one of the other drivers then. But right now, Wester still leading the Drivers' Championship on 91 points, 11 points clear of Dog Arbs, who is 5 points ahead of Ryan Webb on 75 points. But we'll go for the qualifying results here, as Aiden is the man on pole position there with 18.4, 2 tenths ahead of Caller Killer in second place. Muriel in third, Dog Arbs in fourth. Then a bit of a gap back to Riker in fifth. Game Freaks in sixth. Seventh will go to Wester, the championship leader. Eighth for Carlisle. Durpol in ninth. And Cohen will round out the top 10. And outside the top 10 with free choice of tyre compound, we have Purple Haze, Alpha Wolves, who will be no doubt sending in a stewards report after this race. Great gamer. Then we have a 5-place grid penalty for Jason, so that means Real DMT will be promoted, as will Core, Alex, Ralco, and Pricky. Then Jason will pop in 19th, and Tenured Frog at the back with no time on the board. So as promised, I will go through the championship standings as it is right now. So yeah, as I said, Wester currently leading the way on 91 points, 80 points for Dog Arbs in second, Ryan Webb in third on 75 points, Aiden in fourth on 64 points, and he was the man who finished sixth last time out, so I must have confused him with Oliver. Alpha Wolves in fifth with 52 points, 41 points for the man in sixth place, and that is Game Freaks. Durpol in seventh on 35 points. And then is Oliver in 8th on 30 points. 8 points clear of Muriel in 9th on 22 points. And 18 points for Riker, who rounds out the rest of the top 10. Then we got Matey, who is outside of the top 10 on 15 points. Only finishing one race out of the races he has done this season. So not a good start for Matey. Of course, we look at the constructors also, as everyone is on their formation lap. Williams leading the way on 139 points, 38 points clear of Alpha Tauri in second place on 101 points, then 89 points for the Mercedes duo, and 75 for the Scuderias in fourth place. In fifth place it is the Racing Point, and it's going to be tricky when it comes to the next game, because I have to start calling them Aston Martin. This is what happened when Toro Rosso changed their name to Alpha Tauri, and when Sauber changed their name to Alfa Romeo. It messes up the comms. It really does. Racing Point in fifth place on 70 points. 52 points for Red Bull in sixth. 40 points for the McLaren boys in seventh. 19 points for the Renaults. 14 points for the Hasses and 10 points for the Alfa Romeos at the back of the constructors. And I think that is pretty much perfect timing as we come around towards the end of the formation lap, and we got just enough time to see what tyres everyone's on. Pricky and Jason being disqualified from the formation lap. That is not good. Alpha, Wolves, Alex and Ralco, they're on a set of the medium compound tyres. Everyone else opted in for the soft. We'll see if that reverse strategy will work for him. It is a simple one stop here. Soft to the mediums around lap 11, soft to the hards around lap 10. However, you would be a bit of a fool to go on the hards unless it is a very early safety car. And around lap 16, 17, if you're going to pit from the mediums onto the softs, as well as everyone now gets into their grip positions to get us underway here. So here we go. We're going to wait for those 5 red lights. Hopefully I can get an angle where I can see them. There we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights to get this race underway. Lights are out and we are underway for round number 7 here. And what a start there from Doc Hobbs. Literally slingshotting his way to the inside. And will he have a go at Aiden at turn 1? A little bit of contact there as we got Muriel side by side with Dog Hobbs, but Dog Hobbs able to keep it as Game Freaks is already up into 4th place, as Collar Killer actually had a terrible start. He's all the way down into 8th, but Muriel and Game Freaks still side by side in their battle for 3rd place right now. Is that going to open things up as we've got Riker and Durpol side by side there through the 2nd chicane, and that may open things up for Wester as he tries to pick his way through but unable to do so as of yet. And that was a horrible start there for Killer from 2nd place all the way down into 8th at the end of the 1st sector. It's not been a great start for him, and we've already got a penalty out there for Great Gamer as Hayes there again past Collar Killer. And I got asked, does he have wing damage? Is that why he's dropping back? Visually doesn't look like he's got wing damage, so I'm very confused about how he's dropping back to such an extent. But we're going to go back up towards the front, and we got Durpol looking to get the move done on the Renault of Riker, as we got, I believe that was Jason leaving the race, and hopefully if he rejoins it does not glitch the lobby. But Riker sticks ahead of Durpol there, and Dog Hobbs still over the back of Aiden. And this is a big race for Dog Hobbs. He really needs to close up in this championship battle with Wester, and right now for the Williams pairing this is perfect for them in terms of the constructors. But here we go with the straight line speed of the Williams. He is going to stick behind into Ascari. Smart call. You don't really want to be going side by side through Ascari. That is a surefire way of a spin that can happen. As Wester is trying to get the speed to go around the outside at Parabolica. Is he going to be able to do it? The championship leader as he goes around the outside, a little bit off track, but is he going to have the straight line speed? Durpol is, a little bit of contact there between them. No wing damage from what I can see, but looks like Durpol just has that edge in straight line speed, and Wester will have to tuck back in behind the McLaren. As we got, the Haas of Cora Killer there, getting very wide there on the exit of the first chicane, and losing out to Great Gamer, Pricky and Kyle are there, and Jason, who has managed to rejoin the session. As I said, I hope it doesn't affect the lobby in any way. gets past Corey Killer as well, as you saw Killer there trying to set up a switchback but can't get it done, and he's actually just been mugged off by Cohen. Cohen just mugged him off down the inside into the Lesmos. Unbelievable. As we got Alpha Rolls now, the next person to try his hand about overtaking Corey Killer. And I'm still waiting for these deltas to sort themselves out so I can actually see some gaps that are going on, as we got West again through on Dirtpole. But this could be a mute point, because with DRS going back in favour of Dirtpole, Wester could be a sitting duck, as we're starting to get these deltas back. And here goes Dirtpole straight through. Easy as you like, thank you very much, I'll take P6 back. As Pricky gets through on Great Gamer. Cohen trying to get through on Jason. Jason tried to go the long way around but completely goes too deeply into the chicane and completely mucked that one up, and ends up losing a spot to Alpha Rolls there. So Jason maybe showing a little bit of inexperience in terms of league racing. It's a silly error, you just don't want to make them. As Wester has managed to get back through on Dirtpole, so that is something that we have missed. As actually Ricky there getting through on Purple Haze. Oh, Purple Haze goes straight into the back of Ricky. And is that wing damage for the Mercedes? I do see the front right end plate is missing. Yes, it is. So Purple Haze with wing damage, and he is gonna be an easy target for these guys behind. And by the way, Killer has come into the pits and chucked on the set of the hard compound tyres, as we've got the Red Bulls scrapping out, as it looked like the Tenured Frog getting all out of shape out of Ascari. And look at them, they are trying to slipstream each other, and Tenured Frog gonna try it down the inside. I don't think either one of the Red Bulls wants to yield, and maybe we'll see that in real life when we go racing in real life F1, I believe in March. And of course the new pairing of Perez and Verstappen could be a very tasty one indeed. That's Pricky there, just getting a little bit too hot and heavy under the brakes. Dirtpole, very lucky that Pricky did not go into the back of him, but it looked like Dirtpole also got a little bit out of shape, as Wester's doing everything he can to try and close up to Riker. He's just outside of that DRS range at the moment. Meanwhile, the top four have pretty much, they've gone clear. They have been able to gap the rest of the field. They're keeping DRS on each other, as Pricky picks up a 3-second time penalty. And Dirtpole is actually in the gravel there on the exit of Ascari, and he loses out to Pricky. And here goes Kyle R on his teammate Purple A. He's not going to be fighting this too much against his teammate. We got Real DMT. Oh, as Alex has lost it on the exit of Ascari. The Red Bull goes around, front wing damage definitely, as Cohen now down the inside of Kyle R. I believe he just made the move on Purple Haze as well. Oh, a little bit of contact between the two Mercedes. And Alpha Rolls is just tucked in right behind these two, waiting for an opportunity, as Jason has left the session once again. His connection really not helping him out here, as it looks like Dog Obs all over the rear wing of Aiden for this race lead, and they've actually managed to get just outside of, well, actually looks like Game Freaks just managed to stay within DRS range. But right now, Dog Obs keeping Aiden honest right now, as Ralco as oh no, as Purple Haze is retired. Where's R2? And I believe we have a full course safety car. Full course safety car here, and it looks like he's gone. It looks like he's lost it on the exit of the second Lesmo, and there he is on the right in the wall. The Mercedes is totaled, and now is safety car, and Dogov straight into the pits. Muriel straight into the pits as well. That's his Riker and Wester. And we're going to see everyone dive into the pits. Well, a lot of people dive into the pits as Purple A's in the chat. Sorry, not Purple A's. Ryan Webb in the chat. Purple A's obviously taking control of Ryan's car here tonight, and sometimes, you know, people just crash in your cars. As Purple A's has left the session, and interesting now. So, Dog Obs and Muriel have come out on the set of the medium compound tyres. Riker, Wester, Prookie on the hards, Cohen on the mediums. Then we got Jason's AI on the soft. Says great gamer gets through. We hope he doesn't get an illegal overtake. Alpha Wolves on the set of the softs as well. So these three all on the soft tyres. Then we got Kalar and Tenured Frog on the hards. Real DMT on the soft. Killer on the mediums. Then we got two more hard runners in Alex and Core, and Ralco, who I don't think made the pit stop. So it looks like some positions were traded there between DMT and Tenured Frog. I hope that is not the case, as Ralco gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with Game Freaks. And guys, why are you racing? It's a safety car, lads. I am completely confused by what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing the safety car is out. I'm seeing safety car is out. Why are these guys racing? No, safety car's out. Oh, we'll go up with Aiden. Safety car's right there. So, as Jason goes straight into the back of Great Gamer. And Alpha War is doing the smart thing right now. He's putting a bit of a gap between him and Jason. And that is incredibly smart there from Alpha Wolves. It is always important just to keep a bit of a gap between you and the car in front. Otherwise, you get silly 5-second time penalties. But I believe Game Freaks got given a 5-second time penalty for a collision with someone. Let's have a quick look at the about what was going on. So we got Tenured Frog with a drive-through speeding under the safety car, and we got 3 5-second time penalties. Radical and Game Freaks getting time penalties, and Game Freaks getting another one for speeding in the pit lane. So very strange indeed, as we will have as our Great Gamer and Jason getting a 5-second time penalty for collision with each other. I think Jason might have just gone into the back of him. Is it just me? Did Cohen just manage to... Did Cohen just lose a spot? The Great Gamer. Guys, it's a safety car. Stop overtaking. You can't overtake on the safety car. Great Gamer. You have to get the position back. Lap 9 of 27, we have the safety car out. Tenured Frog has left the session. I don't know what's going on. Everyone seems to be racing on the safety car. There's overtaking going on and the safety car. And there's a lot of 5-second time penalties being handed out because people are making contact with each other. And the safety car. Safety car is in this lap. But I think there's definitely going to be some steward reports going in after this race for sure. And here's the thing right now. So Aiden and Durpol stayed out on those soft tyres. They've effectively just lost the race lead. Because it does look like as Aiden really leaving it late there, and that is a very cheeky restart there from Aiden, slowing down right on the line to try and get someone overtaken. But Durpol's going to try around the outside at turn 1 as we got the ghost car of Ralco just getting in the way, ghosting through and putting them off. And as a blue flag car, you really need to just get out of the way of the leaders as soon as possible, as Dogobs around the outside of Paul gets himself up back into second place. But Alpha rolls it down the inside of Riker. Looks like the safety car restart may have just helped him out. As Alpha rolls now, it's going to be looking to try and use the grip of those soft tyres to get through on the likes of Mural, Dogobs and Durpol up ahead, though Durpol and Aiden should be coming into the pits very soon as Alco picks up another 3-second time penalty. As there goes Alpha Wolves down the inside of Parabolica on Mural for 4th place. Is he going to be able to pull this off? And there goes Durpol into the pits, realising he made a massive mistake in staying out on those soft tyres. And he'll drop all the way down the order. That releases Alpha Wolves up into 3rd place now, with Dogobs just ahead of him. As we got Great Gamer getting through on Cohen Game Freaks just in behind, and Wester in behind Game Freaks. Essentially we got a race of attrition right now. Aiden is definitely going to be well and truly down the order. As you see, Durpol comes out in 15th place and a long way off the battle for the lead. And Aiden will be there. He's either going to be in 14th place or he's going to be undercut by Durpol. But either way, Dogobs now with the overspeed, with the grip, as Killer gets a 3-second time penalty. Aiden does have that straight line advantage though, as actually Alpha Wolves down the inside of Dogobs at Parabolica. And Aiden into the pits as Alex is around. That's another yellow flag, and it's a VSC, okay. Virtual safety car. That might help Aiden out just a little bit. So he is going to come out still ahead of Paul due to this VSC. But he has a lot of cars to get through if he wants to try and fight for this race win, which I think he has absolutely thrown away his chances of the race win here. As we are back racing under green flag conditions once again, Alpha Wolves is our race leader ahead of Dogobs in 2nd, Mural in 3rd, Riker in 4th, under pressure from his teammate behind in 5th, Game Freaks right behind the Renaults as well. As I believe we just had another person leave the session. And here goes Game Freaks. He's going to try to force his way through, but Great gamer with great defensive work there, just covering him off, but Game Freaks will go down the inside into Parabolica, and he is going to get that position as, oh my god, was that Cohen around? Yes, it was Cohen losing it. Parabolica, and around he will go. I think Cohen might have just hit that inside curve and just had a snap at the back end. And he's going to be straight into the pits. And he gets a 5-second speeding penalty as well, as DMT has rejoined the session. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I have no idea what's happening in this race. It has been incredibly scrappy from start to finish. As we are approaching half distance here for round 7, and feels like this has been a very long race so far, as the timings have once again glitched out for me, so I can't see any intervals. I believe Game Freaks is the closest man to an overtake here. But saying that, we got Core and DMT side by side at Parabolica. DMT getting through, just rejoined the session, and we got Aiden and Dirtpole not too far behind these guys. Game Freaks all over the back of Riker. The mediums versus the hard compound tyres now. The mediums should comfortably get to the end, especially with the safety car laps. They are going to be pretty warm by the end, so the hards theoretically should be the quicker tyre as we get in the latter stages of this race. But is it going to be enough, as Killer somehow gets back through on Wester? As Core loses out there to both Aiden and Dirtpole. In the second, Lesmo and Fuascari, they will go, and Dogob's doing a good job right now. He's just keeping with Alpha Wolves, just keeping with him. He knows his tyres are not going to make it to the end. We have 13 more laps, including the lap that we are currently on. And here comes Dirtpole with the overspeed, moves to the inside. We'll go on board with Aiden, see if he can fight this back. Doesn't look like he is going to be able to though. And Dirtpole up into 11th place. Bit of a slide on the exit there from Dirtpole that might provide a small opportunity for Aiden. And look at him, he's using his overtake. He's going to look at the inside for the second chicane, and is he going to be able to pull this off? Yes, he is. And he's already looking at the back of DMT. How hard will the Alfa Romeo fight this? He's tried it back on the inside, and a bit of a lag there, as it looks like Paul really getting held up here by DMT as he moves to the inside, and he's just dropped out of DRS range of Hayden as Game Freaks gets through on Riker. So Game Freaks now up into 4th place. So it looks like Great Gamer trying to defend from Killer able to get through, and that might allow Wester an opportunity. As here goes DMT once again trying to look around the outside. A bit of contact there and yeah, Dirty Paul picks up a 3-second time penalty, but loses a whole heap of time to Aidan there. We go back up towards Killer, who is all over the back of Riker with the overtake with DRS. Just going to cruise on by, and that's because Riker's got no ERS available to him. Neither does Great Gamer. These guys are sitting ducks now as Wester. They were a fantastic exit out of Ascari, and he is going to get ahead into 7th place. And you've got to think with the ERS that Riker has, he's going to get Riker into turn 1 as well. That's a bit of a snap there from Wester. So that might actually just save Riker a little bit, and Riker completely out of ERS deployment. But the DRS really helping him out here as Killer tries to close up towards Game Freaks, and we got a Great Gamer into the pits now. Wester taking it calm and cautious here through the chicane as he tries to close up to the back of Riker, and crucially Riker not having DRS on Killer up ahead will be fantastic for Wester's chances here. He doesn't really need to use ERS. You'll see the red light come on the back of Riker's car whenever he runs out of ERS deployment, and we got another yellow, full yellow, and there's another VSC. I'm not sure why I'm not getting the notifications in the top left, as Alpha Wolves will dive into the pits and the VSC. It's a smart call for Alpha Wolves to do so. Maybe chuck on another set of the soft tyres to try and make his way back up through the field. As it looks like it is Ralco who is around on the... he is completely in the wall there. As we are back racing once again, and Core gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, and Alpha Wolves crucially comes out ahead of Jason and Aidan and Durpol. Alpha Wolves with a real good chance here of making his way back up to at least get a podium here today. As we'll stay on board with this battle, the battle for 5th between Riker and Wester. As gaps are pretty spread out right now, so this is the closest battle that we have on track. I believe Alpha Wolves will be able to pull away from Jason with relative ease on those soft tyres. And here comes Wester, DRS. There's no ERS there for Riker. You see the red light blinking, and Wester will go through, but Riker's going to try it back down the inside, but to no avail. Wester up into 5th place, as it looks like Riker tries to come back, but he's just got no ERS to really contend. As Ralgo has retired, I believe, on the pit straight, and once again full course yellows, and it's another virtual safety car. Okay, so this is what happened to Aidan. There was a safety car lap 7 or 8, and him and Durpol decided to stay out on the soft tyres, whereas Dog Arbs, Mural and the cars behind came into the pits for mediums, and because of that, it has meant that they've dropped all the way down the order to the bottom end of the points, and it's allowed guys like Alpha Wolves to really get himself up the order from a pretty poor qualifying position and get himself in a position where he can really challenge. As Aiden tries to close up to the back of Jason. And Jason there again, a massive snap on the exit, and that allows Aiden straight through and up into 8th place. As actually Jason's going to try and come back at him, and Aiden will defend down the inside, side by side, and I think Aiden there forced him over the curb a little bit there, so it's good that he let Jason through on that one, because now he can make this overtake cleanly with DRS. If he can get the overspeed, which it doesn't look like he's got at the moment. Meanwhile, Alpha Wolves on those fresh soft tyres, he's really eaten into that time at Riker, so Alpha Wolves definitely on for a possible podium here if he can keep up the pace. And there goes Aiden, past before DRS gets activated and trying to break the slipstream. Is Jason gonna try? Oh my god, Jason very late on the brakes, that is ambitious. I think he just missed his braking point and managed to avoid catastrophe there by not taking out Aiden, but he's definitely lost all momentum to really challenge the Ferrari now. And now we're in that we're in a certain point of the race where everyone has a certain gap to each other, so we'll go on board with Alpha Wolves, who is currently the fastest man on track, as Wester picks up another 3-second time penalty. As in fact we do have a gap that's closing in, and it's between the McLarens of Dirtpool and Jason, so stay on board as we have a host migrating. Alpha Wolves has left the session. Alpha Wolves has left the session. Alpha Wolves no longer in the session. That's going to absolutely destroy his race, and he's coming into the pits. His AI has pitted him in on 2 lap old softs. Unbelievable. And they also give him a front wing change as well, as Dirtpool got really close and personal to Jason there in the first chicane. Alpha Wolves is going to be furious as he drops down the order and is now out of the top 10. He was looking at a possible podium. He only had about 4 seconds to Riker up ahead. Once he overtakes Riker, everyone ahead of him has penalties as Cohen into the pits and retires from the session. But yeah, Alpha Wolves was looking good for a podium, and when he rejoins the lobby, he is going to be absolutely fuming. He is going to be livid. As the battle between the two McLarens going on, as Jason weaving on the straight, and that's just not racing, that's just not good racing etiquette. And Dirtpool now up into, as Jason there almost goes straight into the back of his teammate once again, and he gets a 5-second time penalty for obvious corner cutting of the the first chicane. As I said earlier, this race has been incredibly scrappy. It's been incredibly it's not been the best one. It's not been the best one to watch. A lot of drivers here today, I think after this race, will have to go and take a long look at themselves. As now we have a battle for the race lead beginning to brew up, as Muriel is now within DRS range of Dog Obs, and Muriel without a penalty at the moment. We are on lap 24 of 27. We've had 3 VSCs, 1 full course safety car. We've had a fair few people lagging out the session. We've had a lot of penalties as Wester gets through on Killer there, so the hards now starting to come into effect to a certain extent. Question is, how far up the order can Wester get, as Dog Obs still under pressure from Muriel for this race lead on track, as Game Freak's getting a little bit sideways through Ascari, but he's able to hold on to it. And here we go. Is this where we see the race lead change, as Muriel with DRS, with the overspeed, he's going to look to the outside. Dog Obs going to defend the inside line, but Muriel will get past him before the break-in for turn 1, and Dog Obs now demoted down into 2nd place. What a day this could have been for the Ferraris. Aidan, if he had just pitted when the first when the safety car was out, he could have been well and truly up at the front end, and how good that would that have been. Ferrari winning here in Monza. And of course we had Alpha Wolves, who was looking good for a podium. He was flying on those soft tyres, lagging out the session, and is now absolutely nowhere in this race, and will probably not return to the session due to just the fact that he knows it's probably all said and done. Wolves is asking for an invite. Alright, I'm gonna quickly try and send Moles an invite real quick. As I said, I gotta quickly try and send him an invite. It would be easier if someone in the lobby should have sent him backup invites before the race started. But right now it is kind of too late in the session, and I really can't scroll through all the way down to the bottom of my friends list, because it is over 500 and I haven't got the time to waste on waiting for the PlayStation to load. So It is unfortunate, so like for future reference, if someone could make sure to send Wolves backup invites in case he does lag out in future, like that would be ideal. And if someone is in the lobby still, who hasn't left the session after retiring, it would be beneficial if you guys could keep inviting the drivers that lag out of the session. As here we go, we are on the last lap of the race. Wester does have DRS on Game Freaks, but is he going to be able to get a podium here? Lord only knows, but Merle now coming towards Parabolica for the final time here as Game Freaks picks up another 3-second time penalty, and that could be all she wrote for Game Freaks. But Merle around Parabolica for the final time, and he is going to pick up a big victory here in Italy for round 7. Dog Ops will come home in second place as Game Freaks will get jumped by Wester, who gets jumped by Killer. So Killer, after that dreadful start, able to get himself back up into the podium position. Aidan, who was looking so good early on, made a massive strategy error, and it cost him any hope of a podium here. As Jason will cross the line in 9th, and Pricky will jump him into 10th as Kyle Archie jumps up into 10th. What about Great Gamer? Great stays in 12th place, and now Alpha Wolves and now we wait for Tenured Frog, who also lagged out of the session early on, and DTM, who also lagged out of the session a fair few times. As Real DTM crosses the line in 14th place, and that will bring an end to round number 7. Pricky picks up the driver of the day, and I don't know, after this race, I think everyone needs to take a bit of a look at themselves. We had overtaken under the safety car. It was very scrappy out here today, and I think the stewards are going to be very busy over the weekend, and that is for sure. But that man in the racing point is the man on the top step of the podium. Dog Ops alongside closes in 6 points in the championship on Wester, and then we got Killer rounding out the podium. Wester does get 4th place, Riker in 5th, 6th will go to Aidan, but it could have been so much more if he had just pitted under safety car. Game Freaks in 7th after a slew of time penalties added on to him. Dirty Paul in 8th, Pricky in 9th, and Kyle R will round out the final points paying position, but Pricky also picking up the fastest lap of the race as well. And yeah, I mean, I have no words for this race apart from good luck to the stewards. That's it. That is all I have to say. Good luck to the stewards after this race. But make sure you guys tune in to Tier 1, which will be going on immediately after the stream ends. And next week, of course, we'll be at Suzuka for round number 8 at the Japanese Grand Prix. So until then, guys, I've been Ivory Mike, and we'll catch you in the next race.